Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be giving you my top 10 best horror movies of 1992. As far as 90s horror movies go, 1992 was always a standout year in my mind, so let's get into it. Sit back, relax, and let the show begin. Number 10 is Mikey. This is such a disturbing film about a boy who kills his foster family and then tells the police that a man broke into his house and did it. Brian Bonsall, who also played in Fatherhood and Blank Check, is terrifying as Mikey. He then gets readopted and gets a fresh start, but it's not too long after he starts back to his murderous ways. This truly is one of the most disturbing films ever. It's similar to The Good Son. This film was banned in the UK. It's a good film, but it's not for everyone. Number 9 is Demonic Toys. This is one cheesy horror movie, but I love it for some reason. A cop chases a criminal into a warehouse. I love the warehouse location and the cast isn't great, but it's fun to watch them come across the demonic toys while trapped in the warehouse. The toy designs are decent, but the best part of the movie is when you see the recurrent scene of the two kids playing a card game. I love the look of the demonic kid. He gives a great performance as well. Overall, it's not a great film, but it's a childhood favorite of mine. Number 8 is Children of the Corn Part 2, The Final Sacrifice. I think I might like this one a bit more than the original. I like the possessed kids more, and the opening scene where they kill everyone in the town is very well done. I love the small town location of Hemingford, Nebraska as well. In the story, a father and a son passing through encounter a cult of kids, and the father, being a reporter, starts to investigate further. It's got some good scares along with that satanic music score, making it a solid horror film. I still have my VHS copy today. Number 7 is Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. I always called this the greatest, crappiest film ever made. It's got an unbelievable cast, and Gary Oldman as Dracula is phenomenal. The visuals and overall atmosphere are top-notch. It's 2.5 hours, and for me, it drags a bit too long. I've watched 4-hour movies that feel shorter than this film, but still a visually stunning experience with some great performances. It's a good horror film that could have been great. Number 6 is Pet Sematary 2. I've always loved the sequel to the original classic. It's got a great cast of Furlong and Clancy Brown, among others. I always found the death of Furlong's mom and all the scenes with her later on extremely sad and creepy. I love the small town, and the kids are fun and believable. I love the scene where they dress up for Halloween and meet up in the woods. Furlong's best friend, Drew, is another sad section of the film, but it's that played by Clancy Brown is so much fun to watch, especially that dinner scene. Overall, this is a great horror movie, but it's kind of sad to watch. Number 5 is Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. I've always liked Part 3, although I'm not a fan of the flashback sequences involving Doug Bradley. And the overall acting isn't great outside Doug Bradley's performance. I do like the look of the pillar and the scenes involving it, and I love when Pinhead is freed from the pillar and goes on a rampage at the nightclub. I also love Pinhead's dialogue, so many quotable lines. Overall, this is a solid horror movie. Number 4 is Split Second. I've always loved this one. It's got a great all-around cast with Rutger Hauer and Kim Cattrall. I love the look of the monster. It's like Blade Runner meets Alien. It's awesome, a little corny, but it's fun. I love the dark, rainy setting. Rutger Hauer plays a cop tracking down a vicious monster that's going around slaughtering everyone. This film is great, and not enough people talk about this hidden gem. Number 3 is Brian De Palma's Raising Cain. I love this film. It's awesome. I recently got to watch the director's cut on the Scream Factory release. It's cool there's 2 versions, but I still prefer the theatrical release. John Lithgow is great playing many different characters. The movie is filmed beautifully. I love the tracking shot when the cops are walking while discussing the case. And it's fun to watch John Lithgow's split personality in effect. The movie didn't do well upon release, but I think it's one of De Palma's best. Raising Cain is excellent. Number 2 is Dr. Giggles. This is the ultimate slasher hidden gem, and it's a rare standalone film with no sequels. Larry Drake as Dr. Giggles is so much fun to watch. The cast of teens are fun and believable. I love the Dr. Giggles house and all the scenes within it. And the scene where we find out that as a child he was sewed into his mother's stomach to escape the house, it's just so graphic. I love this movie. It's a childhood favorite that just never gets old. Number 1 is Candyman. I love this film so much. I saw it in theaters when I was 5 years old. It's a classic. I love the opening title sequence, and the music score is amazing. I love that they filmed at the Cabrini Green Projects, and the look inside is top-notch. It's a haunting horror film, and Tony Todd as Candyman is iconic. I love when we first hear him speak in the parking lot. Helen, Helen. And the scene where the bees come out of his mouth is awesome. Nowadays, that would be CGI. And the idea of saying his name 5 times in the mirror is creepy. Candyman is a classic. It's just so good. Anyway, so that's the list, guys. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.